I'm going to show you my favorite things of this year, because I used to love watching favorites videos when I was little. This year has felt like 5 years, so anything that's made it through this year with me and made it onto this list, tried and tested. I've got a lot of different categories. We're going to start with beauty. This Veet Pure Inspirations Sugar Wax Kit. This is obviously just the wax. You just put this in the microwave and it comes with these like strips, like cotton strips that you use to rip it off. But this genuinely this is my favorite hair removal method that I've ever found. I don't think I'm the hairiest person, but like if I let everything grow out, it's thick. This is like so painless. I'm sure that if you went to a beautician who does sugar waxing, it would be even less painful. But I don't want to pay for that. One of these will last me, I think my last one lasted me like 6 months or something like that. Okay, next in body stuff is this Calm Body Oil, softening body oil with Angelica, Clary Sage and cedarwood oil from the White Company. It's almost finished. This is so nice for post wax or post shave. And it's oily, but it's not like sticky. So if I was going out at night in summer and I wanted to look really glowy, this can also work really well. This year I was trying to use up a lot of the stuff that I had rather than buying new stuff all the time. So that was something that I rediscovered. What's next on here? This hyaluronic acid. I don't think it necessarily has to be this one specifically. Sorry, this is dirty because it's been in my makeup bag. It's from Geek and Gorgeous 101 HA5 Rich serum with 5 forms of hyaluronic acid. I use this on my lips. Usually I'll do this before like a lip gloss, but I read somewhere that if you put hyaluronic acid on your lips for long enough, it'll eventually make them more full. And I really don't want to get lip filler. I don't know. Maybe it works. Maybe it's all my lip liner. And it does actually help to hydrate my lips, I think. I've not really had a chapped lip episode since I've been using this. This Madagascar Centella. I like a lot of things from this line. I also really like their SPF. I was using that a lot in summer. They're like hydro SPF, whatever. This is the Probiotica Enriched Cream, and it's like a really thick moisturizer. I just got this recently, but this is so good. I just found this in one of the drugstores in Japan, but it's the one by Kose Clear Peel Serum Pore Refiner, because I was just getting sick of my pores on my nose. I don't know, I have quite thick skin on my nose, and my skin is oily. It's like a chemical exfoliant, which I way prefer to, what do you call that, mechanical exfoliant, because I feel like it's not like scratching my skin. But it says to put this on in the morning, which I thought was interesting because I thought usually you're supposed to use chemical peels in at night, but this works so well. The first few days I used it morning and night, and then I started to just use it in the morning. Nothing has ever made such a big difference to like my pores. My pores are just like, I don't know if they're smaller, they just look cleaner. And also every time I get a blemish or a spot, when it heals, usually it has like a lot of cracked skin around it, and I feel like this halves the amount of time it takes for that skin to kind of regenerate. I love that. Hair, my shampoo and conditioner that I mentioned in the haul video, Those are so good. And one of my favorite things about that is that I don't have to rebuy the bottles. I can just repurchase like refills. I think they do that for like most shampoo and conditioner in Japan, which is really cool. And then this I also got recently, but I really like it, and I got it for my sister for Christmas. It's the Orbis Essence in Hair Milk. I think this is quite poppin' on TikTok. I feel like every time I film, I'm like not, because I'm filming on my days off. So I don't want to wash my hair because I want to wash my hair tomorrow when I'm going to see real people. It just makes my hair really soft. I don't know how you're supposed to use it. I put it in my hair when it's wet, just before I blow dry it. And I also use it when it's dry for like styling. Makeup. This creamy touch liner from Canmake. It's just like a mechanical eyeliner. It's actually an eyeliner, but the color is 09. Guys, you're just gonna have to deal with my nails. I don't know what I want to do with them. I don't like getting acrylics anymore because I feel like it ruins my nails, and I only like one brand of press-ons because the other ones will fall off, and I just don't know how to do my nails myself. This is my favorite lip liner. I'm wearing it now. It's just a really good color for me, and because it's supposed to be like an eyeliner, the nib is really thin. So yeah, I put a couple of my friends onto this already, and they both were like, wow. So, but I thought I was being really smart as well when I got this, because it's an eyeliner. I was like, wow, these are never going to be out of stock, because who's buying a pink eyeliner? But it turns out these are always out of stock. So there's that. Next is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter Foundation. I guess it's a foundation. I think some people use it as like a primer, or like a base. You can use these for anything. I kind of want like 10 in like every different shade, so I can like contour and highlight with it. But this is, I think, worth the hype for sure. I used this at my friend's house once, and it's just really pretty on the skin. It looks quite natural. Yeah, it looks really natural. It doesn't cling to any like dry parts. I'm really oily, like I said, and it works well on my skin as long as I powder, but sometimes I forget to powder and it still looks nice. My color is 4.5 medium, which is definitely more my summer color than now, but even now I can just put this on and a bit of concealer, and then I just don't do bronzer. It's good, and it lasts a long time. Next is this Rare Beauty Brow Harmony Precision Pencil. Got a spoolie on one end, which is like a good spoolie. Like, if you know, you know. These are not all made the same. Eyeliner, a brow pencil, and it's a really nice shape. It's a really nice shape. It's really easy to fill my eyebrows in. I feel like they look really natural. I don't have any issue with them smudging. But one of my favorite things about this is because I brought this before I went to Japan, and so I was kind of like, oh, this is going to run out soon because I've had it for ages, and what am I going to buy? I wound it up. There's so much left, and I've been using this for like 4 months every day pretty much. Everyone say thank you to Selena. That is my pet peeve. A mechanical pencil, anything, eyeliner, eyebrow pencil, lip liner, and you twist it like 3 times and it's finished. What do you mean? Lip gloss is this Dior Lip Maximizer Collagen Active. I don't know if this is really gross to some people, but I put chili oil in this so it makes it more plumping, and I don't know, it works really well. It's really spicy, but that's my hack. That and this is my fat lip without injection hack. I've not brought loads of things downstairs. I'm just gonna put them on the screen. Saie bronzer is really nice. I love it. It's really like a lovely bronzer, and I think it's like all clean ingredients. Or they claim it's clean. I've not really done my research into that brand, so don't take my word for it. Looks really nice on its own. It's never given me issues under or even over other makeup. Like, goes on super nice, good color, not too ashy, not too orange. With that Giorgio Armani lipstick that I use as a blush. And then I love putting, this is so busted. Sorry. I think my mum gave this to me, so this is probably like 15 years old, and I hope that they still sell this color. But this is the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Blush in Flame. This is my blush color. I love this color. It's so nice. It's like red with gold sparkles, but you can't really see the gold sparkles on the cheek. That's it for makeup. Perfume, by the Fireside or by the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. That's been like pretty much my everyday perfume, even though it's really wintry. I like it. I just like spicy perfumes. I didn't have a specific summer one for summer, but the one that was always in my bag was this one, which my dad just got me a new one for Christmas. I'm so happy because it was almost running out. But this is by Malin and Goetz Leather Perfume Oil. This is the perfume that I get the most compliments on for sure. I had a couple of clothes mentions. First one is this black coat. Yep, just so good. It's a good coat. Unfortunately, it's from Pretty Little Thing, but I did buy it on Vinted. If you ever see something that is from Pretty Little Thing and you want it, it's almost guaranteed that that thing will be on a second-hand reselling site. So try and buy from there first. If you can, maybe. I don't know. Who am I to tell you? And then these jeans get special mention. These are the ones I showed in that haul from Televisi Star. And I do feel like I'm really glad I invested in these because, and I feel like I would have bought multiple pairs of jeans to try and fill the void that would have been left by me not buying these. So I think I've got my money's worth. I didn't actually make that much this year. My sewing machine didn't get much love. I feel like I snapped one of the needles kind of either late last year or early this year and then just kind of. I did make this top. Obviously, it's just a football shirt, but then I shirred it with elastic thread at the bottom, just up to here. And I think it's so cute. Another special mention is when I bedazzled my retainer. That one had mixed reviews, but I liked it. Okay. And people either liked it or it made them laugh. So a win-win for everyone. Let's get into food. Recipe wise, I love all of the soups I was making. I think that they're so easy. It's not like stressful cooking. It's often like one pan cooking and it's just so good for me. Secondly is this specific sticky toffee pudding recipe. I did film myself making it, but it wasn't very well filmed. I don't know whether it's worth putting together. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Okay, I found these. Okay, no scales. Maybe I'll use this. It says whisk. Okay, dates are going into a pan. Half a teaspoon, I think. Oh my god, I want to eat this like this. I found it on Mob. I always put like half the sugar that it asks for and whatever else I want to put in. And it's so good. It is so good. Sometimes I swap like half the butter for coconut oil. This time I put a little bit of olive oil in it. This coconut milk. I probably drank 20 cartons of this year. I just love it so much. It's really good for matcha. It was good in coffee. It was good in cereal. I drank it on its own. I like the Plenish brand. I think this had like 4 ingredients. I have a section for what helped me the most with my PMDD. I have been, I guess, struggling with bad PMS and premenstrual dysphoric disorder, PMDD, for probably longer than the time I've been diagnosed, but I think that this year I made a real shift. Still just only touching the surface of what there is to know about it, but I do think that I learned a lot this year, and I do feel generally better. My crash outs are limited to like a day or two, whereas they used to be up to like 10 days. It was so bad. It was so bad. If you're someone who feels insane just before their period, like not like yourself, just know that there are a lot of women who go through the same thing. I know that not many people like to talk about it. Here are the things that helped me, and I will do another video going into detail about these things. Anna Runkle's channel, she's called The Crappy Childhood Fairy on YouTube. I'm like eternally grateful to this woman. Maybe looking at what gets triggered during your luteal phase or just before your period, because one thing I learned from my acupuncturist, like the whole theory behind PMS is that if you're suppressing things throughout the month, it's harder to suppress things when your emotions are more on the surface, like just before your period. Like you can't run from those things. So I think that kind of dealing with just kind of doing shadow work, and for me specifically, this channel helped me with why I act the way that I act, even though I know that the way that I act is detrimental towards me. And a lot of that is like programming from childhood. I'm not used to talking about these kind of things, but it's all practice. Second is chasteberry. Yeah, I'm not gonna just go off the dome about that because I don't want to misquote anything. I'll put a little thing up here, but that has really helped me. I take that probably the week before my period. All of these things are done in like combination, and I try and eat as well as possible. I think it's really, really hard to say exactly how to cure these kind of things because they are so complex. There are so many different things that influence the way that you feel. I don't know if anyone could ever pinpoint like a perfect routine that would make you feel better. That's why I'm always skeptical of these kind of like one pill will solve all your problems, Instagram bullshit, because it takes a lot of different things. Like if you're taking some magic PMS pill and you are going to therapy, like it's probably not going to be much use if you're like going on a bender every single weekend. That's me at my younger self. Third thing is I've been better at like nutrient focus depending on each phase of my cycle. I made a Google Doc a couple of years ago now that I've been tweaking and updating ever since, and I will link it down below. It just kind of outlines each phase of your menstrual cycle, what's happening in basic terms, and the types of foods that you might want to incorporate into your weekly meal planning, to just make sure that you are getting all the nutrients you need to have as healthy a cycle as possible.
Hi, I'm Mimi. There you
Where was I? I think I was talking about PMDD. Dandelion tea, just for liver function. Try and do like bitter herbs in the morning before anything else. Meditation, I think, really helped in general. I'm on like I have a 48-day streak on my meditation app, and yeah, I think it helps me to just be a little bit less insane. And seed cycling, which is where you take or you eat pumpkin seed and flax seeds in your follicular phase to help with healthy ovulation, and then sunflower seeds and sesame seeds in your luteal phase to help with menstruation, I guess. It took me a while to kind of remember which one was which, but now I just have little jars of each and I just kind of add them to my breakfasts. This decaf coffee, I try not to do caffeine for 2 weeks out of the month, after basically after ovulation. I find that it just doesn't really do anything to me of benefit. Like, it will just make me jittery and anxious, or it just will do nothing. And yeah, for adrenal reasons, I think it's kind of better. The Wellico evening elixir, I think it's called, hot chocolate, is really, really nice. It actually helps a lot with the night sweats. Favorite apps? I feel like there's only one that I really want to mention, which is Yuka. I've not been using it loads recently, actually, but I did kind of use it to do a bit of a clean out of my beauty products, just ones that were like rated really poorly on here. I just kind of got rid of. But basically, you can look at, I think you can do foods as well, but I use it mostly for beauty, to have a look at the ingredients. I felt like it was pointless to be doing everything I was doing if I was just going to be putting loads of stuff on my skin that were like hormone disrupting. I remember watching one video that kind of stuck with me, where this guy was saying you need to realize that everything you put on your skin, you are putting into your body. Like, your skin is just a barrier through which things diffuse, and chemicals are getting into your bloodstream. As someone who loves makeup, that's sad. But I think, yeah, it's good to be aware. It tells you the risks, the rating, and then what the specific health risks are. Yeah, just something to think about. Okay, my favorite YouTube channels of the year. I try my best, and it's been a long time in the works. I try my best to only consume content that kind of makes me feel good and inspires me to get up and do things. That's one of my kind of rules. If I'm like consuming content, it has to be stuff that's going to inspire me to get off of that social media app and go and do something in my life. Amber Akilla has a great channel. She talks about just kind of being, how to be yourself, how to be kind of unapologetically yourself, how to feel more confident, how to stop caring about what people think. She has a very similar philosophy on how she wants to live her life, the way that she defines wealth and success is quite similar to how I define it, more in terms of having a good time and being happy than necessarily having material things. Love her. Micheal Singer. Micheal Singer wrote The Untethered Soul, and he is just such a sweetheart. And there's a channel that kind of just posts his lectures. And I was watching like 5 a day at one point this year. It's just a new way of looking at life. Yeah, it's just quite inspirational. I love the way that he speaks. I think he's so cute and funny, and yeah, it got me out of a lot of bad moods listening to that, and it helped me think. It helped me realize the ways that I think that are kind of detrimental to my mental health and my daily life. Allyson Aiko, again, I think she's really cool. She makes a lot of her own clothes. She just does a lot of DIY stuff. She's just very like independent girly vibes. Yeah, and I like that she's super crafty. She's hot and she's smart. She's my type of girl. If I just want to be entertained, then I will watch Mike's Mike. And I really like him because he does such detailed, in-depth kind of like season overviews of loads of popular TV shows. I was really liking watching Lost, but it just got to a point where I was like, I've got other things to do. I can't be watching Lost every day. And there's so many episodes, but he has been doing like season recaps. They are so funny. he puts his whole bussy into making these videos, and it shows. Again, very smart guy. He's very funny. The Lost recaps and the Pretty Little Liars recaps, incredible. Okay, shows. My friend put me onto Physical Asia. Shout out to Pommy. Again, that's something where it's like I feel like I watch it, but then it inspires me to get off my butt because these people are so strong. It makes me want to go work out. Celebrity Traitors. I was very anti watching it at first, just because Claudia grinds my gears a little bit, but I actually really loved the Celebrity Traitors. I thought it was so sweet. Alan Carr was so cute. That was kind of just like a little bit feel good. It was nice when I first got to Japan and I was watching that because it kind of made me feel like I was at home. Books. I'm kind of cheating here because I've not finished any of these books apart from one. Early in the year, I read The Wasp Factory. That's the only fictional book that I've read this year, but that was really good. I'm not great at reading fiction a lot of the time. It was quite dark. It was quite realistic, I guess. And yeah, you felt definitely connected to the main character. I don't know how to review books. This beaten up old book, I'm still not through it, but it is The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk. I think we think of kind of physical symptoms and psychological symptoms as being separate, but this book just talks a lot about how we store trauma in our body. Yeah, I'm not going to do it justice. I'm sure you've heard about it. If you're someone who's an overthinker, but you also experience physical issues, maybe this would be good for you. Just generally, it's really interesting.
Hi, and Lily. Yes.
What is your favorite thing this
My boyfriend.
year? Oh, another book that I really like. It's called Pussypedia. And I've not read all of this either. Okay. This should have gone in foods actually, but my favorite restaurants were Mattis on the Hill in Greenwich, tapas restaurant, this Georgian restaurant that we went to in Barcelona was crazy. I'd never had Georgian food before, so it was so good. My favorite drinks, specifically this margarita that I had on the beach in Barcelona. My favorite hobbies, learning Japanese and dance. I just joined a dance group, I don't know, dance classes in Japan, and I'm really enjoying it. I think I mentioned in my last video I was struggling to pick up choreography, but I do think I'm getting it now. And it's nice to be bad at something. It's nice to go and be in a class that's not about like grades, it's just about kind of having fun. I feel like I can connect to my body and my sexuality without engaging in sex, which is nice. And I think it's super important. Yeah, I love it. It is like one of those things where it's like before I go, I don't want to go because I'm shy and I'm like, can I really be bothered after working all day? But when I get home, I'm like so happy that I went and I had so much fun. Favorite albums of this year? I'm gonna say not in order because I don't think I could. I don't think I could put these in order. Florida's Finest was my Spotify Wrapped favorite album. I did really love that album. A lot of girly bangers on there. Super Dark Times by Cherry Ripe. I love Cherry Ripe. I love everything she puts out. I love that she puts an album out and then deletes it and then chops it all up and puts them back on a different album. I do love that, but at the same time, a lot of her songs are just lost in the abyss now because she's taken them down. Sincerely by Kali Uchis. Lovely album. It's Just Us might be my favorite song of the year. Such a nice song. A Sky Without Stars by Eliza. I feel like that's kind of an old-ish album, but I was really listening to it this year. Black British Music by Jim Legacy. Jim Legacy is like I don't know, he's like Kendrick in my eyes. He was like born to do this. His last album was an album, Citadel. That album is very, very good. And because his new album reminded me of it, I've also been listening to that a lot. Anubis Kruger is my favorite song on that album. And from Black British music, I would say, I don't know, Dexter's Phone Call makes me cry. The one with Dave also makes me cry. My favorite was probably Sun, though. Most recent favorite, Purity by Anicia Kim and Tony Seltzer. That is like a perfect album for me. I really love it. I feel like that is probably like my no skip album for the year. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you got this far, I put this list together today, so I've probably forgotten so many things. Special shout out to my friends for making my life worth living. Shout out to Mr. Chip, Mr. Chipu. He is the light of my life, and yeah, he's my ultimate favorite for this year. Yeah, hope everyone had a lovely 2025. I had a good year, to be honest with you. I mean, a lot, a lot of ups and downs, but generally, I had a very good year, and I'm excited for 2026. Okay, love you, bye.